Hello everyone and welcome to Fifth North. I'm Demir and today I'm talking about the REV'IT G-Force shoe. Now, you might look at the shoe and say, Demir, that looks a little bit worn, a little bit used. And that's exactly because it is. So when you look at most YouTube videos when it comes to unboxings or first looks or even sometimes reviews, the products that you see look brand new, and it's because they are. In this case, these shoes I've actually been riding with exclusively for the past 7 months or so. So I'm really going to give you guys my true opinion on these shoes from a real world test standpoint. So let's dive in. So there are different types of riding shoes and boots out there, right? There's ones that are specifically made for racing. We're talking about a full-on boot. You've got, boots for off-road, boots for adventure, a lot of different types. But for me, about 90% of my riding is really in an urban setting. So I don't need anything too over the top or anything too large and clunky. So yes, safety is still a big, huge concern for me. Don't get me wrong here. Safety is always my #1 priority. But when riding in an urban setting, I do care about other things as well outside of just safety, right? I do care about style and I do care about comfort. This is where I think the G-Force shoes from REV'IT really shine. They check all the boxes from a safety standpoint, but to me, they also look very stylish, very sporty, and they are actually really comfortable considering the fact that they are a full-on riding shoe. Let's take a closer look. All right, so let's start with the comfort aspect of it, right? So again, with me being an urban rider, I'm looking for good comfort, I'm looking for good mobility, and then me being out here in Dallas, and I know a lot of you guys in warmer climates can relate, looking for something comfortable that's also going to work in those hot summer days. The G-Force shoes come in at just above the ankle, and in basketball terms, I would call these more like a mid-top. They're not quite a full high-top shoe. Now, this decision makes them really protective to the ankles, but also comfortable as they still offer a good range of motion. Now, another comfort feature is the shoe's ability to grip properly. Now, what I mean by that is the shoe has a slip-resistant sole, so this is going to make the rider more comfortable as they are assured that they have a good footing. And second is the rubber gear shift pad, this part that you see right here. This offers extra padding, which is going to make the shifts more comfortable, and it also offers a nice contact patch that's going to ensure grip. So if your shoes are a little bit wet, you're not going to have to worry about missing shifts. This little extra shifting pad was a really nice touch, and honestly a really great idea by the design team. Having that extra piece there and that extra confidence in the shift really adds to the comfort of the overall shoe. All right, so moving on from the outside, the tongue on this shoe is also padded. The interior is lined with a soft mesh lining, and then also the interior of the shoe features a Ortholite X40 foam insole. I have actually walked in these shoes, ridden in these shoes for a full 8-hour day, and they were still comfortable. And then lastly, on the comfort front, the G-Force shoes have an excellent ventilation. We've got mesh fabric here on the tongue, perforation on the side, and then also perforation on the tongue itself, right? So these ventilation features really help keep you comfortable, even in hot climates. I know here in Dallas, I actually rode in a 90-degree-plus day, and my feet still felt comfortable. Moving on from comfort and into safety, the G-Force shoes from REV'IT really do provide an excellent level of protection, and this is something that I just come to expect from a brand like REV'IT. All right, so this particular shoe features multiple details to help provide safety to the rider, right? So we're starting with reinforcements in multiple areas, areas such as the side panel, the ankle, the heel, and the toe. The ankle features a injected ankle cup. This is going to provide additional safety, and the toes also feature a thermoformed toe cap, and the heel adds a thermoformed heel cap, right? So really just a lot of protection all around. Now, additionally, the heel is going to feature this reflective strip right here. This is going to aid with visibility. Overall, honestly, I have really high confidence in the protection that these shoes offer when compared to other non-full boot riding shoes. All right, so let's talk about looks, right? Overall, I think the G-Force shoes look really good, especially in this black and red colorway. I really have no complaints. And if I pair them with a nice leather sport jacket and some riding jeans, I'm all set. So the G-Force shoes come in 2 different colorways. We've got the black and white colorway, which actually also features quite a bit of gray. And then we also have the black and neon red colorway, which is going to feature some white as well. Overall, to me, the look is great. They look sporty. I like the REV'IT logo on the back, as well as the front and the icon on the side. I think overall it just represents REV'IT very well. The red interior to me and the red stripes are a great touch as well. And then I love that REV'IT included a lace cover from both a safety standpoint, but also definitely from a look standpoint, as I feel like exposing exposed laces just take away from the sleekness of a shoe. That's kind of been my gripe with a lot of my other riding shoes, is that the laces are exposed. Speaking of laces, they are very slim and minimal, which again I prefer. And then another nice touch to me are the stripes and details surrounding the two red stripes. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but if you look very closely, you can see the shoes have a ton of extra stripes on them as accents, but they are all in black, right? So they're black on black. So they're just not too over the top or not too loud, but they still add a nice extra bit of detail. Lastly, on the looks front, I love how the additional grip and protection pieces, such as the toe cover, the side of the toes, the ankles, and the back heel, all add to the look of the shoe, right? Rather than taking away from them. You know, a lot of times when safety features are added, they look like they're just an attached afterthought, right? That isn't the case here, right? It's clear that the additional safety elements were incorporated into the design, and it really adds to the shoe and just provides a really good look. All right, so overall in these past 7 months, like I said, I've put a lot of miles on these shoes, and I'm just really happy with the G-Force shoes overall. Really no complaints on my end. The price at the time of making this video is $189.99. And really to me, for the $189 price, the style, the comfort, the looks, and the safety aspects of the shoes, I really think you can't go wrong. My previous favorite riding shoe was the Faster 3 from Alpinestars, but quite frankly, the REV'IT G-Force just looks better, and with extra touches like that shift pad for extra grip, honestly, it just performs better as well. The G-Force shoes come in sizes 39 to 47. Yes, those are European sizes, so for all of us Americans out there, you do have to use the REV'IT size chart to convert. Me personally, I wear a size US 12 shoe, and this is really where my only complaint comes in with these REV'IT shoes, and really just with REV'IT shoes in general, is if you look at the size chart, it says that a size 12 US, also a size 11 UK, same size, should be a size 45. Now, if you look at any other size chart out there, a 45 doesn't line up with a 12, but it does on the REV'IT chart. So me knowing this from previous shoes, I went ahead and decided to buy a one size up. I got the 46, and the 46 fits me really well, but it is kind of tight. So if you have a size 12 foot, but more on the bigger side, you're probably more of a 47 than you are a 46, because once I actually got the shoe, even though the size chart said a 45 was a 12, the shoe itself says that the 46 was a 11 and a half, and a 47 is a 12. Again, back on the size chart, a 47 would have been a 13 and a half. So comparing a 12 to a 13 and a half, that's a pretty big size difference. So my only real complaint with these shoes is I just feel like REV'IT doesn't quite have the size chart part figured out when it comes to shoe sizes. So again, I wear a size 12 in the US. The size chart according to REV'IT says 45. In reality, it's more of a 46 or a 47, depending on how tight you want your shoes to be. And before I wrap up this video, I do also want to mention that REV'IT does make a G-Force shoes in their H2O version, and the H2O version really is just a waterproof version. I'm out here in Dallas where it's typically pretty hot, so I want more breathability, so I wouldn't use the H2O version. Plus for me, I literally never ride in the rain unless I get caught in it, so I try to really avoid it. I'm a very fair weather rider, if you will, so for me, the H2Os aren't what I'm looking for, but I know for some of you out there who, quite frankly, are a lot braver than I am, you want to ride out in the rain, check out the H2Os as well. That does give you that waterproof option if that's what you're looking for. All right, so thank you all for watching this video. Again, I'm a huge fan of these shoes from REV'IT, the G-Force, and again, you do have the regular G-Forces and the H2O G-Forces. I will put a link in the description for both shoes down below. These are affiliate links, so thank you guys for supporting the channel. I definitely do appreciate it. And again, if you like this video, hit the like button for me. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button as well, as it does help out the channel and it lets you know when the next video is coming out. With that being said, I hope you have a great night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Oh.